tuning in to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Yeah, we pumped, people. We are pumped.
I got my go, girls. I'm sorry.
We are clearly fired up, as you can see after that episode. It was so good. We're here for another after show for Nashville, episode 4. I feel so sorry for me. I'm one of your hosts, JJ Jurgens, and I'm joined here tonight by...
I thought for a second you were saying that you felt sorry for yourself.
She's dealing with us.
Like, what?
I really do, actually. If you had to put up with these guys while we watched that last episode, it's been rough.
We were
Really rough.
talking, but I'll just move on so you guys don't hate us as much as JJ does tonight. My name's Keetin Marchi.
Hi, y'all. Whitney Lane.
Hello, everyone. I'm Marisa Serafini.
Woo! And we're missing Violet.
Yes.
We'll see her again soon. She'll take my place next week. So
Yes, so a big shout out to Violet, because I appreciate you guys giving me a shout out when I was homesick last week.
Yeah,
She's
and
best
doing
lady
better.
in
she's
the
back.
Yep.
She don't feel sorry for herself
I
tonight.
know. I feel sorry for no one.
We ready.
Although I might feel sorry for Deacon because our first topic is him hooking up with the horrible,
who we don't even
horrible-
know her name until we
What's her
know it,
name?
because we don't want to care about her. Pam.
Pam.
It's
It's
Pam.
It's like the stuff I spray before I cook food.
I
It's
believe
Pam.
we called her the awful whore Pam.
Yeah, we don't like her. Nobody like her.
No.
Come on, Deacon.
She's not good for Deacon.
I mean, okay, so first of all, when we start seeing her...
Watching out for me.
we need to calm down a little bit.
Yeah. So when we first see her now, we all were predicting a bunny boiler. I mean, she just was stalking him. You know, what do you guys think when she shows up?
bunny
at the-
boiler?
Yeah.
What is
Peggy,
that?
it's what Peggy
Peggy.
Cantor was.
Psycho.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
was like, what is a bunny boiler?
She was just creepy. Like, she's showing up. I mean, first of all, the fact that he leaves his own hotel room and she's showering in his hotel room when, like Whitney said, she is staying in the same place. Like, shower, get your ass out of
Got
bed.
your own room.
Yeah.
Stalker.
And
Very
it's like,
needy.
Deacon, come on. She was too much to begin with. Don't come. Oh, she's just too much. She's the worst. Like, I don't even know how to explain how much I dislike her.
She's too assertive to the point where it's somewhat aggressive.
It's
Yeah.
trashy. It's
It's
not
very
something
trash-
I want to watch.
It's
needy.
trashy.
It's needy.
I don't even think it's
I
needy.
think it's straight up trash.
Okay, white trash.
Like, she should join us in the trailer out back when we watch each episode.
That would be fun. We'd just love to have her on the show. we
Yeah,
just don't
yeah.
like
We
Pam.
love you. We don't
Yeah.
like Pam. We
Character.
love you.
It's
Yeah.
the character. Yeah, definitely. We'll make that clear. But
It's too much though.
It
Like,
is.
and then she said, "Oh, I'm on your bus because I'm playing poker with the guys." And then, really though, you're
No,
gonna
what
hook up in a
kind of
laundromat.
bus?
yeah. I mean, just...
He just feels like he needs somebody.
They had to
I
hook up
guess.
in a laundromat because she's so dirty.
It worked. Oh, that's a good one.
Right? We're holding on that one all night.
Well, and then just, I mean, they took it another step too far in my books to also have them jumping on the motorcycle and then
For
racing
sale.
down the
That was
street.
just a perfect excuse to get them close together. I did not like that.
Yeah.
But it's
too
also like,
easy.
who in their right mind leaves the lead singer of your group? Who leaves the tour bus? Like, why? Why would you leave Deacon in a gas station?
Right.
Again, another situation to just forcibly put them two together.
Which we want them
Yeah.
to forcibly be removed from one another.
And I don't
It's
like
too
Deacon at
simple.
this point. I would like to see him making some wiser choices in
But
his
he
life.
is.
And
Well, he was trying to.
well, not after he has the argument with her about him not her not him her him him.
No, we don't. We're not sure.
It works.
Yeah.
It works.
Well, not taking his. I'm sorry.
What is going on?
Well, it was a struggle we laughed out loud so much during this episode that was one of the situations. You just don't know.
Yeah, and I mean, she didn't take his AA meeting seriously.
That
And they got in that.
pissed me
Yeah,
off.
so I feel like
That
I feel like he would feel so strongly about that there was kind of be no coming back from that a little bit at that point, and at least not as quickly.
It was the song though. There are more fish in the sea.
Yeah, and isn't there a rule that if you're in AA, you have to have like at least 1 or 2 years no relationship? And
You
then
know the
having-
rules of AA?
No, but that's just your standards. Like you're supposed to avoid any emotional relationships, so you can avoid if you were to break up in that year span. You could easily fall off the wagon, and go back to your old ways.
It's just like don't show up and try to find him after he's obviously left your hotel room or his hotel room to get away from you. Like, just wait. You're going to see him. You're on tour together. Why do you have to come find him in a hotel where he's at something that's very personal and you're just standing there listening and you didn't know it was AA? Okay, if you found out, you walk away and give him his space.
And she made the comment that she's like, we're just having fun. Like, why can't you just have fun? It's like, okay, if you're just having fun, leave him alone.
Back on
like,
up.
back up,
Yeah.
sister.
It's too much.
Completely agree. 'cause
forces herself
Yeah,
on him.
because even after that, and then to make this point to come onto his, like you said, on his bus to play poker. You'd be like, when she found out where it was at, she should have been like, nah, guys, I'll play next game or
Right.
something.
Don't you think it was the song that turned him, though, to be like, I do want you. But, like, he's telling you how he feels. I guess she knows that, right? And he's saying it out there. I'm in love with some other woman. I need her. I want her. So he kind of is getting what he needs, I guess, from her.
Well, you know when he was talking about having another thing, like addiction, when he was giving his little speech at AA, does he have a sex addiction? Is that what?
I thought that's what he was
Talking about-
saying, and then she said, you were looking straight at me when you said this, and so I thought she got that too. That I thought that's exactly what he was saying.
I feel like it's almost more like he just tries. This is how he his defense mechanism. So it's like he doesn't deal with his emotions, so he goes and has sex with random people, like we've seen, that may form relationships, but it's not with people he cares about or actually deeply loves. Has he ever loved anyone besides Rayna James?
No, and I don't think Pam really loves Deacon either. It's just a
She needs to
hookup.
back on up.
I really wish, and we were saying this when we were watching it, that I really would actually like them to have a really good woman with Deacon, because I at this point would like to be, as a viewer, torn, like, because Rayna, I'm not as high. I'm pretty kind of sick of the way she treats him when she's with Luke and this whole Rook stuff.
I'm sick of that mess.
Yeah, so I would
terrible
like
word.
to have somebody come on board now that would actually maybe challenge us to see if maybe we don't want Rayna and Deacon back together.
Well, I want someone to make Rayna jealous.
Yeah.
I want someone that Maddie even likes, and that puts Rayna through what she's kind of putting Deacon through with the whole Rook bull crap. Violet's not here to defend you, Luke. But what?
Yeah, but I think that's another purpose, to bring another woman that we don't like, the audience doesn't like, to make Deacon and Rayna. We want, as an audience, we want them two to be together. Even more so, bringing another woman that we don't like.
It is the end all be all for us, obviously. Like, that's what we want to
they
happen.
are
But it's getting
endgame.
old.
We know that.
It's just getting old, though. Like, together, not together. Like, figure it out, because then it's making me like, I don't care as much as I want to care.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I feel, especially these kind of throwaway ones, because it's like, we don't see them together, we don't care, but if it was like somebody great, we'd be like, whoa,
Right. It would
do
make
we
you
want
think.
do we want them together or not?
No,
Right.
Not those two, at least.
Yeah.
Ew.
Ew.
No.
Hashtag ew.
But two people that we might want to see to get together
Ah!
are Teddy and Jeff.
Why do you want it? Okay, you
Okay, no.
You and your weird
She loves
obsession.
Jeff.
She just
Jeff
thinks he's
is hot. Okay, first of all, let me give you guys a little behind the scenes of the
no.
trailer tonight. And first of all, I'm going to say we have not had any glasses of wine, anything. We are
Nothing.
just fired up tonight. But why don't you all go back and watch the show and watch the scene when they're on the golf course? These ladies were just enamored
She can't even speak. She was speechless.
by Jeff's unit, putter, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But they could
It's
not
not that
keep
we were
their
enamored.
eyes-
It's like you couldn't help but notice. So
Like
you go, Jeff.
walking,
Fordham.
like I don't know if it was just the pants didn't even seem
It could
that
have been the
tight,
pants.
but it was like a Don Draper moment because the man is hung.
Now there's a few more Team Jeffs now. Finally,
I never know.
Just looks.
No.
Yes, but in honesty, he did look great in that
Yeah.
golf outfit.
They both
and
look good. They
yeah,
look like they were
looked really
friends.
cute, yeah.
Although I hate this friendship friendship, and I don't want it to happen.
I don't like this friendship.
Yeah.
I'll give you 9 holes.
I've been loving Teddy this season, and I like when I like Teddy, because I think just Teddy is just so cute. His name is Teddy, so he's like Teddy bear, and you're just like, oh, Teddy.
I will give it to
Until
like,
things change and he becomes the enemy again, which very well could happen.
I will say, 4 episodes into season 3 already, I haven't had one reason for Teddy to not like Teddy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's his new character, he's trying to turn a new leaf in his life, but I haven't hated him yet this season.
Totally agree.
And him hooking up with Jeff and making this, I shouldn't say hooking up, but making this business partnership. Yeah, that was important. This partnership that might be going on, I don't know, it might be another reason to not like him anymore. Who knows?
Jeff is just the worst person. Really the worst. So okay, you're selfish, you're trying to do something for the kids and music. Like, no, you're just trying to help your label because you are losing everybody. Nobody wants to be part of your life or your label. So it's like, what's he gonna do? He's about stuck between a stick, is that it?
Rock
a rock
and a hard place.
Stick. See?
She's
I'm from the country
She's
people.
telling you what she's
That's what
thinking
it
about
is.
all night.
Just thinking about shaft and phallic-shaped things.
No. Bad. Whoa. They're taking it.
You said
Across
it.
Saying.
Stick. Okay.
So his plan, though, is he has a $25,000 check, and he's hoping to get his stuff into every single, like, all these schools and get a lot of people supporting his business.
I mean, it's a good move, yes, for business and getting your name out there for a positive thing, but his intentions are not good, though.
Yeah, it's definitely, because he's completely doing it to save face. He wants to look better to his Edge Hill people because he's still, right at this point, only has one potential female artist to sign to Edge Hill, and that's his job right now, was to get a female artist. That's what they want him to have, or he's going to lose his job. So this is kind of like his own little thing, because he's like, if I can't secure Sadie, which right now he thinks he has her in the palm of his hand, this is his backup of like, whoa, guys, even though I don't have a female artist yet, kids.
Wait,
children.
let me go back, because I think that was what was so weird to me, is like, I thought he specifically was watching those kids perform and then went to bid on this. I thought that's why he's taking the mayor out to golf. Like, I never thought for a second it was going to be like, let's do this in schools. I thought it was going to go straight to, I want to sign your kids, let's figure something out. That came later, because I was like, that has to happen. Yeah. That's just so weird.
But that just goes to show Jeff's character. He's so calculated in every manipulative thing he does in business.
But I gotta hand it, though, Rayna was just as calculating this episode.
She learned.
She learned from Jeff.
I think she's a great saleswoman, and I appreciate her in this episode, to be honest.
Girl power!
Thank goodness. We needed a couple strong female characters. But for real, I was very, like, surprised by that, because I thought that's the reason he's taking him golfing. And then that was kind of, like, weird. I'm like, what is this really about? And then I see it's the building of the friendship, so that he does get to the point where he's going to try to sign the girls.
He's playing chess, and he's thinking like 5 moves ahead. So you got to give it to Jeff, though. He's as sneaky as he is.
It's not working for him right now, though.
It might be working eventually, but the intentions are not good.
No. Right. Never are with Jeff.
They are.
That's what Teddy gave him. Teddy gave him a hats off to you, buddy.
Because he also knew that Jeff was signing Sadie Stone. They talked about that during golf. So I think to see that, Teddy was probably like, oh. Yeah. What did Rayna do? Whatever. I swear, now if he goes against Rayna James and signs his kids to this label to be the cool dad, not the public enemy, then it's going to be really ridiculous. That to me is just like, that's stupid.
That's probably the moment you're waiting for, when you're like, your moment to start hating him again.
Yeah. I think it's in him. We've seen it before, so it's just a matter of how he's going to handle this.
I can't imagine it legal to sign, to allow a parent or one parent to give consent for 2 children to be signed on a record label when you can't do that adoption-wise. You can't put your child up for adoption without the baby daddy consent.
You guys.
Yeah, good point.
Oh, I have a great prediction.
I'll write it down. Here,
I really want to just say it.
Just say it.
Go for it.
I want to know.
Deacon is the real dad. What if he's the one that signs Maddie to Jeff as a way to get back against Rayna?
No, Deacon doesn't.
How is Teddy going to be allowed to sign Maddie to this label? That's not his kid.
Well, Jeff doesn't know. Does Jeff know that?
Right. I think people know that now, because Maddie knows
but Deacon
her
doesn't
real
have custody.
Teddy
has legal custody.
I think we'll have to see about that, because it's also like,
and I think
that's what Rayna would fight. You're not.
Yeah.
If we have to get like particular here, you're not the real dad.
Yeah, and I think that also goes to the custody too. Like, who has full custody right now, full legal custody to have the say, and who gets the consent to give permission to do that.
It'll be a good little battle.
We'll see if it happens at all. I would hope that he would not do it, so we can all continue liking Teddy.
But I know. I just want to piggyback off your prediction right now.
Do it.
Can I just I'm just going to do it.
Do it.
Because then that would, again, get Deacon and Rayna working together, because then it's like Rayna wants to fight, so Deacon gets partial custody, so then Teddy doesn't have the control to do that.
Poor little Daphne. We don't know what's going to happen with her.
Well, Daphne's just going to get her own record contract with that show.
Yeah, let's just talk briefly about their performance again. Like, we always love seeing them.
They're my favorite ones to see perform. Those harmonies are on point. On point.
Exactly. I was like, they're amazing.
Every single time.
But are people at that school like, really, Rayna James is up here and the dad's the mayor and then they're the ones that get to perform? The other kids, I'd be like, really? Why couldn't I have been born into that family?
Well, they're the popular kids of the school.
Are they? Are they, though?
I don't know.
Probably, with parents like that, probably.
I don't know. Sometimes those are the ones that are
the people.
ostracized.
Yeah, I know. Who knows? But regardless, it's like, really? Really, though.
All right, let's dive back to talking about what you started to say about Rayna and Sadie this episode. And their...
Sadie's the devil!
AKA
Devil woman!
Unless I can't trust her.
Right?
No, I mean...
See, what is it about us, though? Because we really don't trust a lot of people on the show. Like, Luke would feel something. Sadie, I was like, taking those pictures of that beautiful wedding gown, which we should comment on, but she's got those pictures on her phone.
Yeah, and I thought we thought she was going to maybe sell the picture, but she said that in front of her, which was surprising, too, because I thought that would have been a sneaky behind the back.
Yeah.
Use that as collateral for something.
Right.
Can I need to ask the Twitter universe out there and all of our viewers, I know I've seen the wedding dress that Rayna was trying on. I know I've seen somebody wearing that on a different color on the red carpet. If someone could tell me who was the designer. Did they mention it in the episode?
They did, and it's maybe.
It's stunning. Just let me know, because I swear I've seen it.
Too gorgeous.
It was gorgeous.
Pretty. So pretty.
Like, and that's perfect, especially when you've been married once before. Like, that is the way to go out as the queen of country music, people.
She had her bling bling.
She looked good.
Gold.
And I thought it was interesting, though, that Rayna I guess she's trying to sign her, and I see it's a ploy, but she was genuine, I thought, to Sadie. I think she really did like her music, and she wants a woman on her label, but at the same time, I'm like, you're just opening her up to come see your wedding gown, and like, you don't know this girl. Like, you have to be safe about those things.
Friends
it's a big
do
jump.
That,
yeah,
right.
It was too trusting on Rayna's part.
I do love that they called out the Southern, though. Like, oh, I'm really hungry. You want to go get oysters at the Southern? Such a great restaurant in Nashville. So I love when they pull in like the stuff that's actually there. So that's fun.
I was a little surprised when they go on the car chase. We see Scarlett later having her panic attack. Don't you think that that Rayna would be having some sort of flashback issues from almost dying in a car?
We thought she was
and I was
gonna
just laughing.
I was like, you cannot be racing in a car.
Yeah.
I was closing my eye, or I had my hands like this, and I was like, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this.
But then I was
too
like,
long ago, you were in the hospital.
right. But you know they can't be having 2 car wrecks. So that's why I was like, it's going to be all right.
But for her reaction, I mean, it wasn't like she was just in a fender bender. Just like, a year ago, she was almost dead.
And
so
almost
if
lost
somebody's
her
driving
voice.
like that, I'd be like, stop the effing car, like.
I was like, I do not want a Princess Diana to happen here with the Queen of Country.
It's, well, a little bonding moment, but she was still going to sign with Jeff right after that. So that's why it's a little interesting.
Sketchy. I don't like this girl at all.
Well, she wants to be Rayna James, so we'll see how that competitive nature comes to play at Highway 65.
My prediction later.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like Sadie, again, her intentions are not good, because we know that she will do anything to get herself to Rayna James.
She's like a little
level.
Avery.
I like her right now, though. I think there's something going on, but I like her.
See, I like her, and
like her voice.
She's who I would have liked to have been possibly paired up with Deacon.
Yeah, she looks really similar to that vet, though. Or the lawyer.
No.
She looks, I mean, the dark hair and the dark eyes. No. I get them all mixed up. There's too many with Deacon at this point in life.
Stop being such a
we can't be doing that.
Stop sleeping around.
But yeah, I think it'll be interesting. But right now, I like her. It was so like Miranda and Carrie riding in the car and singing the song,
I do think that like her and Rayna on stage, I thought they complemented each other so well, and I think that was the best stage presence that I think I've ever seen
From Rayna.
I mean, I believed it. I believed that she was a country queen, that she was coming in and helping this new artist. Like, I believed that scene so much, and I thought they both sounded great together. Their voices blended very well, it's weird because I love Hayden, and I love Connie and Hayden like separately. And when they have scenes together, they're amazing. But when they sing together, I don't think it clicks as well as that one clicked.
But Hayden's a powerhouse vocalist.
Yeah, if you think about it, Rayna and Juliet, they're completely different ages. We have an older woman who's very experienced, and then we have a younger 20-year-olds, and their voice ranges are completely different. And then you have with two fairly older women together. I mean, Sadie's older, but like, I feel like their voices are on the same level, and whereas Juliet and Rayna are like two different separate.
I think that Juliet's just a powerhouse vocalist, and the other two are not. So when you put them together, they can help each other out. But I think she channeled this like, haha, beat you, Jeff, and that's why she had the stage presence. Like, let me walk over here and smirk at you because I just got your artist. You know, she had like a little
swagger, which is nice to see.
It.
I did too.
I liked her being like,
more of that,
So the meaning in the lyrics, like gasoline and matches.
It's so something bad. It really is. Like, they're pitting two powerhouse women, you know, kind of like, I love that though.
But I also love the story where, you know, when Rayna's convincing her before they perform this, like, I loved how Rayna just dropped all these names.
Sold it.
Martina and Faith and Shania. I mean, and it's so true because, like, listening country radio nowadays, you hear 12, 15 guys compared to 1, 2 females every once in a while. And those females are Miranda Lambert and Taylor Swift. So I think
Carrie.
And Carrie and like
Casey.
I think they're definitely like on point in just the realistic aspect that they're like, the female country artists are dying. We need more, and they need to work together in order to do that.
I think that's the trend. I think we're getting there. It's starting to come back around. I feel like in any genre of music, you've got your like trends that happen.
I mean, because in pop right now, like, the women are killing it in pop music right now.
They're not in country though.
No, I know, and I agree. I wish we had. I mean, but hey, that they're kind of having babies now. They're getting married. We need that next generation of women to come and really take over.
They're coming, Maddie and Tay. There you go.
Maddie and Tay,
but
get it.
More on how she sold it to Sadie was, I love how it's like, you don't want to be Rayna James. You want to be the next Sadie Stone. Like, that's what I like about her, is because she can really kind of relate to that emotional side and be like, you want to be you, like, figure out a way to do it, and I'll help you. I like it. She's a good saleswoman.
Well, and that was really smart, that wording, because in my mind, I'm also thinking, well, maybe she would want to be with Jeff because he doesn't have that woman on his roster, you know? So she's not competing for somebody else for that role right now. So it's like, you'd want to be with an agent representative that you're their only one, you're their go-to for everything for that type of sound. So I was thinking, it actually might make sense for her to go. But then when she words it that way, saying, you know, he'll never support you, he'll drop you, won't be there for you.
But at the same time, we never know what could happen. These labels, the contracts never seem to be upheld. People seem to can get right out of them, at least if they got the money to pay out.
Has she signed the contract yet? Right now, it's just public word of mouth.
But I think that's a verbal contract. I don't know that you can go back on that. But regardless, I think it'll be interesting to see how that story unfolds.
And you don't want to go against the Queen of Country once you've announced it to everybody and sang
perform
with her.
It'd be real bad. It would look extremely.
That would be career suicide.
I love how they were actually there
at the Ryman. They were at the Ryman. It was really great.
It's amazing.
Oh, did I say the Opry? Yeah, might be.
Sorry, it was the original Opry, though.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Thanks, Whitney.
For your country music history.
Well, can I tell you? I call it the Opry because
they're the same people.
Isn't that where they performed in Walk the Line, and they called it the Opry? It was the Opry and Walk the Line.
At that point
That's
in time.
why I recognized it.
Go, girl.
Okay.
There you go.
Sorry.
But in fairness, the Opry and the Ryman are the same management people.
There you go.
In real life.
Well, okay.
You heard it here.
Yeah.
All right, well,
What's
let's talk
next?
another country woman singer having struggles this episode was poor Miss Zoe.
Poor Miss Zoe. Get on my nerves,
Right?
Miss Zoe.
Every episode,
She's had a tough run this season,
And
I
see
gotta
what
say.
it comes
She's
back to
just not
bite you in
pretty.
a butt, because if you don't have it comes back to bite you in the butt, because if you don't have a conversation about how you're feeling and communicate with your friends about what's bothering you, then you turn around and they're throwing a surprise party for you.
How excited was everybody? Like, the gold moment.
Right.
But jealousy is just not pretty.
But it's like
not a pretty color.
she just needed to sit down and talk about it, because it's very. to me, it's just like, come on, which we always talk about the communication on the show, but it's still like you're blaming Scarlett. She has no clue you're feeling like this. You're going to throw it out there all of a sudden.
I love whoever tweeted at us and was like, jealousy does not look good on Zoe. So I wish I should have written down your name, but I'll give you a shout out next week.
True.
But
It's not a pretty color.
Well, and especially considering how she came to be with Gunnar. You know, it's like I just feel like she constantly forgets that.
We said that at the exact same time while we were watching because she said something like, what did she say? And then we turn around and we're like, you did that to her first because remember it was so shady and behind her back, and it's like she was hurt by that.
Well, that's why Zoe is so kind of weird about it, because she did the same thing. That's why she's so tense about it. And I did love how we did see at the end of this episode that Zoe was just like, you know what? I got too competitive and I got too insecure. And too many girls, that's what ruins, I feel like, female relationships all the time. Yeah. So I do appreciate that they're having her own up to that. And I think that shows a strength in her character because she's being very honest about her flaws to Scarlett. And I think that's something that's very relatable for other women who do have strong female friends. That's an issue that you have to deal with, especially if you're working in the same industry.
I love Scarlett this episode, though, because if we want to talk about a strong woman, she went right back at her.
That line was the best.
Yes. I mean, when she literally, like, Zoe was talking about Gunnar and all these things, and, you know, why didn't you tell me or something? And she's like, or why didn't you think of me?
He said,
what was it?
I got it. I did write that one down. He said, you know, why she wanted to know why Gunnar begged her to stay in town. So he's, you know, why did he beg you to stay? And then she piped back with, why didn't you?
And there you go.
We all clapped. We're like, finally.
Because that's right, Scarlett. I've loved her in the past 2 episodes, her being a strong figure for Maddie and then coming up and saying what the truth is. Like, Zoe can't just act like it's not about her and it's not about Gunnar. It's like your relationship, and you're not actually putting in the effort to be there for Scarlett at all. So it's good. Go for you.
Yeah, and she was mean. And, you know, and I like Scarlett again when after she has the panic attack when she wants her to go on stage with her. And she's
not about you.
Yeah, she's like, it's not always all about you. You know, like she needs to hear some stuff like that.
She needs a friend who, like, knows her, and that's the difference. If Zoe was spending time with her, she would know. Scarlett has anxiety about getting on stage. That's why she's not performing right now. That would be the last thing that you would ask her to do, to try to say sorry.
Yeah.
So there you go, and you know, and Scarlett brought it up.
I get it, they're trying to, you know, make up in that friendship, but it's the realization that they don't understand each other's lives, because Scarlett now has more life experience actually being out in the industry and working, and then being traumatized by it, and just, you know, she hasn't. So I think it's just like there's that disconnect in friendship there.
I think when they pose the question, like, are we growing up together or apart? I think they're absolutely growing up apart.
And that's fine, and it happens. Yeah. So you just have to be able to figure
Friends
that out.
break up too. Unfortunately.
So, we'll see what happens, but I don't know. Zoe's about to leave anyways to go to
Bye, Felicia.
Yeah. It'll be a good little break from her, I'm not going to lie. I mean, I love the actual person that plays that character,
I know,
Shaylee.
she's so sweet.
But, like, I can't be watching this anymore.
It's getting really exhausting.
Then again, I don't think she necessarily is, like, unfounded in her concerns. Like, I think there is something between Scarlett and Gunnar, and it can be the feelings and the emotions that come through the songs, not necessarily romantic, but there is something that they have that the others don't.
Well, and of course, and we will give her credit with the song that she walked in and finds them on, you know, sitting by each other singing, was a whole song about, you know, your past. And so it's like she does have some, you know,
some growing up to do too. Yeah. You know, it's just, I don't know.
She needs more life experience.
And this a long distance relationship's not going to be so good. So we shall see.
All right, well,
Avery.
Yeah.
He messed up that party.
Oh, God, Avery.
I mean,
boozing it up.
I can't help. I know it's so. I mean, I don't mean to laugh, but he is playing this character so well that it's just like you see him. He's like, here we go. Like he hears Juliet's name. He's like, let me take this drink. You know what I mean? Which is not how he should be handling it, but he's doing a great job acting the drunk.
It's scary.
He really is.
It's like you could really tell his character took a turn for the worse, and he has hit rock bottom emotionally. Physically, mentally, it's not good.
That scene, that very last scene between him and Juliet, literally one of, I think that needs to be on his reel.
Yeah.
Gosh, what great acting
great.
by both of them. Juliet didn't even have to say anything, and obviously I love Hayden, but like, gosh, he was
eyes.
so good.
It was scary.
The pain and everything in his eyes were just so intense.
Who wakes up in some random's car, like
It's my car.
and goes to jail? And we knew this was gonna happen. Obviously, the one number he's gonna remember is Juliet's, but like, dude, it's crazy.
It's been funny though. You do the it's my car, then he's like, it's not my car.
I love it. He was great this episode.
He looked terrible too with his face against. I mean,
And obviously, it's gonna get better and
hit
better
rock
between
bottom.
those two because I can't wait to see when it's finally revealed. I was like, come
my
on,
God.
quit dragging it out.
The preview for next week, I have never been so excited
Intrigued.
and intrigued by a line set in a preview of Avery banging on the trailer door.
Your baby is mine.
You're pregnant with my baby!
Did you see, if you guys all follow Ed, Glenn
Yes.
on Twitter, he put a picture of him on banging on that thing and did a caption contest for everybody to try to kind of give somebody
Oh,
some
it's
yeah,
funny.
very funny. Yeah. Well, while we're talking about that, we saw well, I guess we can do that in predictions. Do you want me to talk about
Let's just talk about it.
Right, yeah.
Oh, yeah, wait,
so we see her, we see him find out on a text message. So who do you
Yeah.
guys think sent the text?
I think it was the assistant, Emily. I don't think Glenn would do it. He's her dad. He had the chance to already say that. He's her dad figure.
Glenn took off his toupee today.
Yeah, we hadn't talked about that.
Yeah.
Sexy Glenn.
Glenn. Yes.
The bald head.
We vote leave. We want that all the time.
That was so funny.
Can I
Keetin, no, I'm gonna say this because it was hilarious.
Okay, you can.
She was literally sitting there, and he walks up to the door, and he obviously doesn't have his toupee on, and Keaton's like, wait, what? Why did he take that off? Like, I mean, she was just like in shock, like so just like concerned.
I have never seen him without the toupee. And first of all, I did not think it was Glenn. I was like, who is this man Juliet's going up to? I was so confused. And then when I realized it was Glenn, I was like, oh my God, is this a new storyline? Like is there a reason Glenn doesn't have hair?
She goes, does he have cancer?
So crazy, obviously.
Terrible.
But that's what I don't understand. Like, he's so sexy without his hair. He should just not
We'll
have
see.
hair.
We'll see if they change it up.
Can you
Sexy
just
Glenn.
keep-
I thought it was definitely an interesting choice for them to do that because
Like,
it's like
why?
what was the thought behind that? Like the character, oh no,
Are we supposed to know he's wearing a toupee?
Glenn doesn't sleep in
Maybe
his
that was,
toupee,
like,
so he takes it
Juliet's
off and
saying, like that was Juliet's doing, be like, if you're gonna work for me out in public, you have to have it, keep out this image.
It was odd though. It's like, why have it and then not? Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, that's.
I
going
never
on.
realized it was a toupee. I didn't think
I
it
think
looked that
they
bad.
made it very obvious on tonight's episode though.
Well, yeah, because he did.
That toupee though, no, like how it was. Like I thought, I was like, that is definitely a toupee.
yeah.
And then I guess they wanted it to be obvious because they were going to take it off. I don't know, but it was very interesting. And we like
whatever the
like
reasoning
bald
behind
Glenn.
it, we love it.
We love Bald Glenn.
Yes.
Oh, too funny.
Woo!
Okay, what's next?
So I guess our final discussion. Let's talk about Juliet
And what's going on?
the baby.
Girlfriend is great. She has great ideas here. Patsy Cline, she'll just pretend she gains a few pounds. She'll be done with her tour in 8 weeks, with the movie in 6. Like, she's got a plan.
It's all planned.
But this girl, although she wants to give this baby up for adoption, she's going to slowly but surely not want to do that. And I see it happening every time she hears, like, the heartbeat or when she realized she thought she was losing it. Like, it just brings her one step closer to knowing that this is something that could change her life.
And
This is
Rayna
part of her
telling
life.
her that you're thinking like a mother.
Let's talk about them, you guys. I love seeing them on each
it.
other's side and Rayna like
Finally.
stepping up and being the mother figure that she's always wanted.
That's my
And
favorite
she-
storyline.
And the fact that Rayna left Sadie to go help Juliet because, they had that close relationship. And even in desperate times when Rayna's like trying to build her own label, she's going to go to help Juliet. And that's just the kind
Family.
of person
She
that
did
is.
much
It is
better
another-
this year or this episode because she's like, of course Manny's and Petty's come first, before going and having a meeting. I love it. Because that's what I wanted to see. It's not like I'm going on tour for a year, you're leaving your kids. You got to show them how much you care about them, and she's doing it.
I love this episode because it's like they kept setting us up thinking that she was going to disappoint and do those bad things that we
she
thought,
didn't.
like, because she was talking about as her kids were there, the tour, all her stuff
Right.
again, and I wish I could be there, but I got to go. I'll be 30,000 miles up in the sky, all about her again. But then she turned on both cases, so I think it was
She
really
figures
nice
it out.
Yeah.
And I like to
this
see
from
that.
her.
But she's really never disappointed, do y'all think?
This is what I have to say is this episode we did not see Luke at all, and Rayna was the woman that we've all grown to love. But these past episodes before this, and every time Luke is involved with her life, we do not like the woman she becomes.
Yeah.
So
Well,
get away from Luke.
Well, Rayna has tunnel vision every time Luke is nearby, so
Which I don't
it
understand.
affects her judgment.
well, and didn't you see though when she's talking to what is her Bucky, right? When she's talking to her manager Bucky, and she's like, "Cancel anything you can. I've got to talk to Sadie. Just don't cancel my time with girls." And I guess that when I have to try on my wedding dress, she's not excited about this. And we're seeing that she's doing great when he's away, and she can spend time and do the things that she cares about, and be around people she cares about. I don't know. We know it's not gonna happen. No way.
No.
Well,
Well, real quick, let's talk. Well, since we just talked about the toupee, let's talk about Glenn's great scenes with
Avery.
Julie.
Oh.
well, both. He's great. He's doing great.
Yeah, I thought that was great to see him say, admit that, that she's like a kid to him, and just to see their bond. I
And
really
see her
like
say,
daughter.
I hate to disappoint you, so
Yeah.
please just don't make it harder than it is.
Yeah.
And him going over to Avery's, and I was like, he can't do it. And I think I knew deep down he's not going to tell Avery. That's not his place to do it. But he just wants it to be okay for Juliet.
Well, yeah, and I think, you're right. He knows that he can't be the one to say it, but he's like, I can't stand by and just watch this go down, knowing like how much pain she's in, and knowing that they really are like great together. So I think by going there thinking that he could just plant the seed and get them to at least get in the
Talk to
same
each
room or
other.
have a discussion, so maybe then it could come out.
She has got to tell him, though. We have got to move past this because it's dragging out
it's
too
gonna
long.
It's a text message,
Yeah.
not breakup, but somewhat of a
We
makeup.
shall see.
Yeah.
Text message, baby. Basically.
All right. Anything else?
No.
we missed?
Good episode.
Yeah, great episode.
I loved
Woo,
it.
me
Setting it up
too.
for next week.
Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and dive on into some news and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
There's not much, y'all. And if I missed something, feel free to let us know. But we did have to comment on one commercial that took place while we were watching this episode. And we've all missed Liam, the sexy producer man that Rayna's gotten with.
No, he's been
everybody.
sleeping with the Khaleesi over in Game of Thrones, so...
He is all over the place, and now he is kissing Giselle Bundchen on Chanel.
He's doing well for himself.
Did y'all see that? Y'all have to
Number
let us know if you
5.
saw the Chanel commercial with Liam in the background.
Oh,
Get
he
it?
wasn't just in the background, he was co-starring.
He got up there pretty quickly. Yeah. Sexy man right
And
there.
they let him have that scruff.
I know.
Scruff
What
is
else?
good.
You said something about a new website, right?
The girls have a new website. They
I think I
redid
read
their
that. The StellaSisters.com?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, that's
They
where we gotta
revamped
be.
it, so
That's
check
Sadie
that out
and
too.
Maddie.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, who doesn't want to hear their songs? Too cute.
They're so good.
That's really all the news and gossip I have.
All right, then let's dive into some predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV.
Oh, she ready.
I'm so ready.
Are you gonna
Keetin
jump
is
on my
on it.
one?
No, I'm not going to do that one. I have a completely
do it.
different one, and then I'll pass
Tag
to you.
tag team the other
Okay.
one.
Okay.
Right.
So this one's about Gunnar. None of you guys have anything about Gunnar? Okay, great.
Maybe.
Great.
I'll hear yours.
You can
and
hear me
then
out?
see
Hear me
yours.
out. Hear me out. Okay. Sadie's leaving. Okay, everybody with me?
Zoe.
Yeah, I mean Zodi.
Zoe. Duh.
I am drinking an
This is
energy
a great
drink, and
one so
this
far.
Zoe's leaving.
Zoe's leaving. I was looking. I had Scarlett written down, so I think that's why I said Sadie. Zoe's leaving, and so obviously, I think they're trying to set it up that we're gonna think that him and Scarlett are gonna get closer. No, because we forgot about his old girlfriend who's in town, and Miss Alexa Vega, Kylie. Or played by Alexa Vega, Miss Kylie. And I think that she's going to be the one that's going to be pulling Gunnar to the dark side, per se. And I think Scarlett's going to step in and be like, hey, you can't do this to my friend. And then he's going to, and then somehow it's going to make those two kiss or something. I don't know. Something's,
Who? Scarlett and Gunnar?
yeah.
Okay.
But he's not going to go to Scarlett first. He's going to go to
I
this
agree.
other girl first.
I think it's got to build up, and they've got to start riding together to get that chemistry flowing. But I do want to see him with Kylie. I want to know more about his background and what happened and how he grew up. And I mean, Zoe's gone. Let's just move on past that.
Yeah.
To be honest,
I agree, and I
on
think
her way
at the end of that, then he's going to be the one to get her over her stage, this panic attacks.
Yeah.
they're going to perform together.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah.
And because Alexa Vega has a very good voice, if I remember correctly. I think
Yeah,
I don't know if she
she's a
came out with a single I can't sing.
She is a singer, yes.
Yes, she's a singer. So I'm looking forward to seeing her sing.
Yeah, I think it'll be good. Okay, what's yours?
All right, mine is I do believe little Miss Sadie is going to hook up with Luke. I think they're going to end up being together, and I think this might be one way to take it a step further, as I think that someone might walk in on them together
Deacon.
and then find out,
And Deacon won't tell her because he's a good man. He's going to wait until somebody...
and make him or make Luke tell Rayna himself.
Yeah,
I can't even.
That would be good payback for.
I think that's
Deacon.
perfect because if she's going to be shady, I don't necessarily know that it'll be business deals besides her being like doing something on the side with Jeff and having those pictures and like I don't know what she would do, but I think that'd be a very good storyline.
And I think it makes sense because they're both all about themselves. They all want to be like the
Famous.
person. And it's all about those
And
things
he
that are
can
not
make her.
important to. Yeah,
He can
And they're
make her
both
famous.
they're both sketchy. Two sketchy people belong together.
exactly.
They won't be happy, but
I can't even piggyback
I
off that
wouldn't
because that's bad. That you went a better direction than I could have ever gone.
I
to.
love that one.
I
What's
think-
yours?
I think maybe Rayna might sign Layla. If she's going to try to build her label with just female artists, I mean, I know we don't like Layla, but if she wants more female country artists, Layla might come into the picture because we know how desperate Layla is to try to get a record deal. She might get it from Rayna.
We didn't see Layla or Will this entire episode. Layla, Will, and Luke were all out.
It's okay. We
That's
needed a
fine.
little break.
I'm okay with
That's
it.
A little too much. But I think that this whole signing Maddie and Daphne, I hope it ends up on Highway 65. I hope I hope Raina's like, you know what? They're talented. I see it. I want to know.
It's going to go down.
I want to see
with
what
the
happens
parental
there, and I
consent.
can't wait to see that. But I think there is an alliance forming slowly but surely between Jeff and Teddy.
No, but
too.
I mean, I know we don't like Teddy, and we're starting to like him, but I think Teddy has more common sense to know that Jeff is a skeezy dude.
I hope you're right.
With bad intentions. I mean, even when they were doing the golf meeting, he was like, "Oh, I know you're just doing this to have a better image." So, like, Teddy knows in the back of his head Jeff is not a good person. So I don't see why he would
But
get
Teddy
the
knew
consent.
that about Lamar too.
Yeah, but I don't see why he would have the consent to sign his own daughters to his label.
I'm only afraid that we have seen Teddy be so nice that there might be this part of him almost itching to get back into some of that power stuff, you know? And
Dirty.
Yeah, just like even when we saw him at the bar with the lady last week where he didn't even know how to like flirt with her or how to engage and stuff. And I don't know, I think he might turn and get sick of just being Mr. Reliable.
It would frustrate me so much because I feel like Teddy's gone through such a transformation in these last 2 seasons and early on in the season, and I believe that in the writing and with his character. So if he immediately goes back to the old Teddy ways after everything he's been through, I'm gonna kind of be angry at the writers because that's not believable to me. And I feel like his character growth and his arc has gone in a completely different direction that we all like it going. So I hope they don't take the easy way out and revert back to the old Teddy.
I have 2 things about this too.
I wouldn't be.
I think
Have him.
that this whole like Jeff thing, he sees him as shady. Yeah, he gets it. But also he saw Rayna be shady and steal Sadie's stone from him. I think he knows that. And I think if he does revert to old ways, it's a selfish reason. It's going to be something that benefits him. And I don't think he's above that. I don't think anybody on this show's above that. So that's why I think we could see a little something from Teddy.
Especially if Rayna's about to go off and get married, and then if he gets a lot of money in this deal or something, it could be a start to his new business or new something he wants to do. Anyway, we could go on for hours. This was such a great episode. So fun to be here again tonight. Where can everybody follow you girls at?
You can follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at Serafini TV.
I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Southern_wit. And make sure to comment on iTunes, rate and comment. That's what keeps the lights on. And we love hearing y'all's comments.
Yes.
Y'all can find me. Sorry, I had to pull up this song. It's my favorite song to end with. You guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook at Keetin Marchi.
And I'm at JJ Jurgens on Twitter, Instagram, Jurgens JJ, and my blog, tomgirl.tv. We'll see you guys here again next week. Yay! Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz y'all later!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.